Voicemail number 3, voicemail number 4, and voicemail number 5. Let's talk about those. Sometimes people tell me the soft appointment and the breakup. So here's where we're at. We've sent them a soft follow-up. Hey, you told me to call Tuesday at 2. It is Tuesday. We've left them another voicemail saying that, hey, I promised I'd call you back. Let's talk about what do we do when they're still not calling us. Remember, we're going to stay consistent with the magic phrases. Don't worry about calling me back. I'll call you on. We're telling them day, date, and time. We're going to keep the door open. If they want to talk sooner, our number is, and we're going to include magic phrase number 2. I'll also send you a quick email because sometimes that's an easier way to connect. I'm sure between the two of us, we'll talk soon. Both of those things are included in every voicemail that we leave. So voicemail number 3. I call this one Sometimes People Tell Me. So we've told them when we're going to call. We're following up. We're doing what we say we're going to do. But now we're going to start to have more of a conversation with them over voicemail. So it could sound like this. Everyone looks into what it is that you sell for different reasons. Sometimes it's because one reason or the other reason. And I'm curious, are any of these true for you or is it something else? The message that we're leaving is all about them, but we're going to identify some reasons why some people talk to us. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. And I'm curious, is it true for you or is it maybe something else? Again, the email that we send out is simply going to be a reflection of the voicemail we just left. But now we're going to change the subject line just a little bit. In this case, here's what it could read. Is it time to change your focus? Everyone looks into what is it you sell for different reasons. Sometimes it's because of this reason or that reason. And I'm curious, are any of these true for you or is it something else? We're having a conversation with them over voicemail and we're asking some questions. Now, let's talk about voicemail number 4. We're almost at that point where it's pretty darn sure that they're getting our messages. And for whatever reason, they're not calling us back. By the way, all the messages that we're leaving are building credibility. We're identifying, here's what we do, here's when I'm going to do it, and we're following up and following through. So here's voicemail number 4. Now, I'll warn you up front, this one's a little bit different. We're clearly at the point where we know they're getting our messages, but for whatever reason, they're not calling us back. So we're going to have to, again, do something different if we want something different. So I'm going to roll through this entire voicemail with you, and then we're going to come back and talk about the different moving pieces, okay? So let's pretend we've just made their phone ring. For whatever reason that they didn't pick up, we've just heard their outgoing message. Leave your name and number at the end of the beep. We hear the beep. Here's where we go. Nothing is super easy anymore. Deciding on what it is that you sell to look at shouldn't be one of them. Hi, Jim. It's Bob Marks. What does your schedule look like 5 days from today? Say 2 o'clock. I'll tell you what, I'll put in my calendar to call you on Thursday at this time. Let's get together 10, 15 minutes on the phone. At the end of our conversation, you should be able to make a decision one way or another. Sound fair? Okay, like I said, there's a couple of different moving pieces here. So let's break this down. One thing that you may have noticed is that I inserted my name in the middle of the voicemail. If that grabbed your attention, that's good. Guess what? It's also going to grab theirs. So let's break this first piece down. Nothing is super easy anymore. Deciding on what you sell to look at shouldn't be one of them. Deciding on which financial services company to look at shouldn't be one of them. Deciding on which material handling company to work with, it shouldn't be one of them. Hi, Jim, it's Bob Marks. What does your schedule look like? And let's just pace it out 5 days from today, say 3 o'clock. All right, so what we're doing is we're starting a conversation. When they are listening to our voicemail, it's almost as though it's a continuation of the conversation. And what's going to happen is that we're going to grab their attention. They're, what? Who is this? Did I miss their name? Did I miss what this is about? And the reason we need to grab a piece of their attention is because we're going to set a soft appointment. A soft appointment is we're letting them know, hey, I'm going to call you at this day, this time, and here's what's going to happen. We need them to pay attention at this point. So nothing super easy anymore. Deciding on which company to look at, it shouldn't be one of them. Hi, Jim. It's Bob Marks. What does your schedule look like 5 days from today, say 3 o'clock? Tell you what, I'll put on my calendar to give you a call on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Let's get together 10, 15 minutes on the phone. And at the end of our conversation, you should be able to make a decision one way or another. Sound fair? Now let's stop right here. This is not a hard sell, is it? We're letting them know that, hey, 5 days from today, I'm going to call you at this time. We're making the expectations very, very clear. Let's spend 10, 15 minutes on the phone together. And at the end of that conversation, you should be able to make a decision one way or another. By the way, that decision, it doesn't have to be whether or not they're going to buy your product. It's simply, should we move forward? Should we keep talking? We're taking all the pressure out of the situation and we're making it very clear, hey, I'm okay either way. It's okay to tell me no. Just let me know what you want me to do. We're going to send them an email. Again, following that process, leave a voicemail, send an email. And the subject line is, again, just a reflection of our voicemail. Nothing is super easy anymore. And then we're simply going to type out the message we just left.